Hello everyone, Sean here with Modern Nexus. Today I'm going to be taking a look at 8-Rack, specifically an 8-Rack list by Reid. This discard deck, if you're not familiar with 8-Rack, and so this is kind of his unique take on it. He does several interesting things, so I thought I would take it for a spin and see what I think, and kind of compare it to my own list, which you can see right here. So let's do 4 games as usual. I will simulate a daily and see how it goes. Quite a good hand. Excuse me. See what he's got. So we're up against Tron, which historically is an atrocious matchup, although the smallpox can help, so I think we take the map. If we take one of these, although I don't know, he's bound to draw into. I think we take the stirrings because he has 2 pieces of land search. He has 1 Tron piece. He's gonna get another one there, and then with the stirrings, he may get another one, or just draw one. So I feel like take like the whatever he has lesser of. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, this also leaves him in the position of, I mean, he's going to get Tron, but tentatively he's not going to have anything to spend a lot of mana on, so. Also, if he plays one of these Tron lands, Smallpox is not really going to do much good. Because he's got another tower. If he had 2 distinct pieces, that would be different. I may still do it anyway. Yes, I will. So I can't really discard a land and sack a land. Then I would be at 2. So plus we're gonna want a smallpox again, so. So you can see how much strain Smallpox puts on the deck. So now we do it again. Really kind of hurt him. So I feel like our plan is just blow up his lands and swing with Mutavault. See, my problem with Smallpox is in situations like this, at least with them as a 4 of, is that, like, what if I draw Liliana? I would really want to play that. And now I can't, you know, so. So this is going much better, though, than Tron usually goes, definitely thanks to Smallpox. But, goes Quarter Wormcoil. So he has Wormcoil, Tower, and a mystery card. Tempting to retrace crime, but I think we want to stay at 3 lands for Lily. And let me take another look at the deck. Yeah, it's just Lily. Sideboard, though, you have the Delve cards could potentially be. Excuse me. You know, a reason to keep more land in play. Or to put more land in play, and Knight of Souls Betrayal, of course. So I guess he'll just discard Worm Coil here, which is not exactly a bad thing. That's technically 2 cards anyway, so... or 3 cards, I guess, in a sense, so... You don't feel too bad if they get rid of the Worm Coil. So he still has... what is it? I don't know if I know what he has now. Yeah, I don't think I know anything, so... I'll be right back. So what do we got here? Just more ramp, and he's still doing nothing. So I really just want to minimize his options here. That's a good one, but that also tells me that he has something better than Karn, potentially. Although, no, it's just expensive at this point, right? 2/4, so maybe not. Maybe just has another land. So, very happy to get rid of that. That's acceptable. It's less mana for him. Although I don't have Blink on. So... But, yeah, this is going good. Except, you know, top decks. Lily is not good against Tron's top decks. That shuffle effect is actually quite relevant right now, so... With how much excuse me, redundancy they have, this shuffle effect is a lot more relevant than in most decks. So this is a really good test, actually, to start with. I think we just keep it in hand. He's just going to blow everything up next turn. So I'll wait to see if he blows up the Lily. If he doesn't, then I'll drop the rack. I'd like to not get 2 for 1. Also, I would like to have something after he cracks that. He didn't have enough mana, right? I think. 3, 8, 7. I don't know. I can't remember. I will wait another turn. Nope. So I'm gonna have to force it wisely. He knows that, you know, she's not actually doing anything right now. Although, no, I can keep this going, actually. Because, I do actually want that mutavault. This is tricky. Maybe I should have just got rid of the Mutavault. Anyway, we'll pass again. So we're going to try to ultimate her. Well, we'll force him to crack it in response to the ult. Then we get a rack. Which mana does he have? 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. So I'm guessing he has a Wormcoil in hand and he wanted to go O-Stone Wormcoil or something. But I realized he didn't have enough mana. That's my guess. Which would be quite bad for me. Or maybe he just realized that I can't ultimate next turn. Maybe he thought I could, or something. Yep. Now we have, we have 2 clocks on him, so that's good. We do need, yeah, that's bad. I figured he had that. So this is where the situation where I would, well, until he played that again, where I would like Ensnaring Bridge. Not going to do anything right now. So he's going to gain all the life back, of course. So he's restarting the game effectively. For him, you know. So that's quite bad. I should have swung first, I think. Yeah, could have gotten 2. Oh well. So now these tokens are going to pop up and they can block the Mutavault. So this makes his O-Stone a little worse, at least. But yeah, I feel quite hopeless against Tron. And as bad as the matchup is normally with my version of the deck, Bridge gives you, you know, a little edge. So I feel a lot more vulnerable than I would like in this match. But it's kind of an unusual deck, so it's not necessarily a big concern. So 3/6, we can actually make him take 8, but still not enough. So he just has us there. Let's see if we got anything in the board. I don't think so. Well, Waste Not can be great, so try that. This is actually useless. This is even worse than Wrenchbind. So but we can take out can't block, so that's not really like this card would just not be very good. Let's bring in Cruelty. And Tasker, I guess. Could help with the clock. or kind of slow clock could be a problem against them, so that could help. Now, normally Wrench Mine is terrible and I would just take it out. But because we're bringing in Waste Knot, that makes it better. So, and Blood Gas doesn't seem very good, so I'm inclined to just leave it there. This is also one of our few ways of getting rid of Tron land, so... yeah, I guess we just do that. So what do? We take a Dismember for Waste Knot and these cards, so that's decent. It's quite a good hand. I haven't played with Waste Knot in so long. It's gonna be fun. Even if I lose. Just getting a trick or two off it can be quite exciting. It is actually tempting to save it. So, I don't know. Let's just be aggressive. I really do think this could be a correct card to use sideboard in any version of the deck, potentially. I really like it against like any blue deck that cantrips a lot or draws a lot of cards. Like the main problem with Waste Knot is that your whole goal is to get them in top deck mode. So when you do, and then like you finally do, and then you know Waste Knot is dead. So, but against those decks, they're rarely out of cards. So, jeez, Thragtusk. This is all. So he's got nothing really. Kind of like taking Stirrings here. Yeah, I guess just the answer is usually Stirrings. Because he may not be able to use this, may not be able to use this, he can use that, so definitely Stirrings. Glad I didn't play Waste Knot there. I'm smart enough to know better, but some people are not. So, hopefully we get to delay him. But the worst thing for us he could draw is the Grove. And he gets 2 draws, so he's got a good chance of drawing something relevant. Yeah, and there's the Grove, so we're in trouble now. I mean, it's going to take him a bit to get going, and this, oh geez, see, now I want to take, this is another problem with Waste Knot, you know, it can be awkward. So I really want to take the Expedition map. Because otherwise he's going to map next turn. We're just trying to delay, and right now he's doing relevant things every turn, which I really don't like, so. Jeez, come on. Come on. This costs 3, right? So, we'll at least make him spend more mana. But I'm afraid it's going to be too little too late. So, double thrag test coming to my way. Now seems to be the correct time. So we'll drop one now. Hopefully we'll get enough value off this. We can jump block with zombie tokens potentially for a while, so. This is an uncomfortable amount of mana. Here we go. Oh, so what is, oh. So he's got to discard both of these, so that will help a lot. So you can see Wrenchmine is not always dead against them. They do have a lot of artifacts, but there we go. We got a little something something. You can fend off his Thragtusk. Of course he'll get a beast token, but he's also at within rack range, so that's great. I think actually I'll just leave it. Because, let's see, like, theoretically, I'm doing 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, he's dead very quickly, potentially. And, that's just gonna make a beast token, so. Getting rid of the Eye of Ujin is always huge. The card is just game over for us if they can turn it on. 2-4, so we can't correct this, thankfully. Can we do lethal? I don't think so. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Very close. But we can't do a lot. And then we have a rack after this, so I think it's better to have some kind of game plan. 3, 6, 9. Ah, so close. He can put a fake counter on that shit. So he's going to be forced to blow these up now. I really don't know why he didn't put a fake counter on that, so that helps me a bit. At least I can drop the rack. So our clock is actually equal right now. I have a wrench mine to keep it going, so that's good. Excuse me. So this is great. We can definitely discard this turn and definitely discard next turn. And so we'll win unless he does something. Should really pop this out. I hate how it does that. Uh-oh. Stirrings could be a problem. If he gets Karn, yep, and he gets rid of that. Now we're done. Unless if we draw another rack, of course, that would be great. Nope. Still the chance. If we just top deck a rack, we're fine. Because we drop it and then he takes the 3 and then he dies. Also we have cruelty for backup in case he keeps cards in hand, so we still have a chance. We do have 8 racks in that deck, of course, and we've drawn 2, so oop, that's a little bad. So we have a 6 in 45 chance. I don't know why he keeps dropping cards. Just gonna exile that anyway, so might as well. Like if I top deck a rack here, I don't want him to exile this, not that it matters, but if I top deck a rack here, he loses, as opposed to if he'd kept the Ghost Quarter in hand, he would not lose. So he's not aware of that. Keeps playing land. I've always heard, I've heard from some people that Tron finds discard a nightmare. Like, never understood what that's about. I think it's maybe the structure of the deck. If it's discard combined with a fast clock, maybe that's the problem. More discard. We have more discard than the average deck. But we have a slow clock, so. And our key cards like Lily and Bridge, they can get rid of them quite easily, so it's a bad matchup. But I've heard people say specifically that they fear the 8-rack matchup, I think, so. Yeah, there's just gonna be game. You can get rid of that, so. So that's fairly typical Tron. It was a little better because we have Waste Not and Smallpox, but still atrocious. Alright, time for round 2. I cut out the last game, partly because it was a jank deck and partly because I made a couple of misplays, so hopefully this one is much better. This is the kind of hand you don't want to see. We'll keep it. We have win cons. We have this is like sort of like 2 Raven Scrimes. We have a Mutavault, so we've got a little bit going on, but not much. It's the kind of hand that could dominate if we draw the right things. And that could easily get dominated if they have, like, say, Spell Snare. And then I don't draw anything else. So I don't really want to help his mana. Not gonna have a choice next turn probably, but so we're playing against Grixis Delver, which is everywhere these days. This is probably a bad matchup since they love their graveyard. Meta League. The lead is definitely a big draw, so let's hope we can stick it. Quite like Deprive. Seems like a lot of people are playing it these days. Seems very strong. So I would say we can Wrench Mine and then Dismember. So Dismember showing its flexibility here. So this is not going terribly. Definitely worried about Tasker though. Working out great. This is how the deck is supposed to work. Okay. Here's the thing, I don't like smallpox, period. I have to admit, like, I mean, I think this has been a good illustration of why. So far, like, you'll probably see it more, but it's not great. And especially against a tempo deck, I don't know. Well, I guess it would be better theoretically, but anyway, I'm tempted to take out the smallpox is my point. Dismember needs to stay, kills Tasker, so a lot of these things are good. I could see blood gas being kind of good, but I kind of like the idea of smallpox and bringing in waste knot. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need to change anything. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine, I suppose. I do kind of like smallpox in this matchup because they are a tempo deck and they tend to rely on one creature at a time. Sometimes they have 2 or 3, but usually if they do, that means you're losing anyway. So, but yeah, so smallpox could be pretty brutal. This is a pretty sketchy hand. Smallpox not looking good here. Nazis. I don't know, it's questionable. It depends very heavily on the second and even third land, so I'm gonna mull it. This is much better. Against most decks you can't afford to miss a land drop, but especially against a tight tempo deck like Grixis Delver. Yeah, I don't know that he actually has a bad matchup. I think it might actually be favorable. Spellskite is pretty bad. So he actually doesn't have extra mana sources, so kind of want to take this Hot Scour. Not too worried about the mana leak because we have so much discard. Yeah, I think we take the Thought Scour. I don't know. It's risky. No matter what we take, it's kind of a risk, but... there we go. So I think we'll go... Thoughtseize and probably Dismember. Or not. He has Tassiger, which is a huge problem. Okay, 4/5. So Dismember looking pretty dumb right now. Range Mind will be good if we manage to land it. Interesting that he's running Forked Bolt. Well, I guess sideboard it's common. I wish I had an Urborg right now. This is why I run 3 Moon Vaults instead of 4. I mean, not that this doesn't happen anyway, even when I just run 3, but it happens less often, that's for sure. Does he have Mana Leak in hand? He does, doesn't he? Click Mana Leak. Not sure what to play first. I don't know, we'll go with the Thoughtseize. We don't lose life this way. There's that. So hopefully no land for him. Yep. Ah. Tempting to go like dismember this Lily next turn, but I don't know. Ouch. So we're cutting pretty close here. And Spell's Guide is helping him a lot. Could have prevented so much damage if it wasn't for that. I just want to make him pay the mana. And next turn, that's it. See, this is why I say it's not a bad matchup. So, Smallpox seemed pretty sketchy there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd like to try out. Waste not. I think Bloodcast is probably better against like creature light decks or whatever, or creatureless even. Dark Blast should definitely come in. Let's take out a Dismember, I guess. Or a Smallpox even. Dark Blast for a Pyromancer and Click and Delver. He is the Tassiger, otherwise I would just bring in this. Could bring in one, I suppose. Another reason to take out the Smallpox. Or we could bring in two. Yeah, I kinda like that. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Certainly not great, but so I guess we're in a pretty good position. Thanks a bit to Lady Luck. Yeah, this card seems sweet. Really? Huh. Bad hands. And I got the right discard. And he mulled, so. Over one, time for round 3. With this very questionable hand. Excuse me. Spraying to draw into a Swamp or Urborg. Urborg would be great. Yeah, I've been much happier since I went down to 3 Mutavolts. Helps way more than it hurts. really love this card. As far as we don't see more of it in Modern, actually. I mean, it does seem some play, but I would expect to see it a bit more, maybe. I mean, if you can play that command card, Colgan's Command or whatever, then I would think you could play that. Wouldn't mind a Raven's Crime right now. Definitely need a persistent source of discard. I think I mentioned it earlier. This is an example of a deck where a Waste Note would be great. Of course, we need discard to go with it, but yeah. So, gonna keep these in hand for Raven's Crime, which we desperately need right now. Another situation where I would love Ensnaring Bridge. It's just incorrect to not run it, I think, so. I mean, I don't know. It's that or sweepers, I guess, but. So much pressure. He's actually got. I don't want him to cantrip because I want these to. I want to try and erase him. And also, if he cantrips, he's still going to get a creature, so. And Delver could theoretically just stay 1/1, so. Let's go where it is. And then he's got the Tassiger, so it's just, you know, he's got pressure no matter what. It's better to take the cantrip. So if we draw Crime or Wrench Mind, we have a shot, I think, but otherwise could be difficult. Why did it not stop for my Mutavault? Not cool. Doesn't necessarily matter too much, I guess. Well, it does, because... Well, I mean, I can block this Tasker next turn instead, but... I suppose it's better at this stage. And there's my Crime. And there goes the Delver. 3, 6, 9, 4, 6, 8. I think I actually win. He got greedy. A lot of people don't pay attention. A lot of people don't pay attention to how much damage the racks actually do. Although I guess maybe did the math with the Tesker now that I think about it. I guess I can do that end of turn, and now I need I may need an extra discard spell to make this work. Or another land. I don't know. Yeah. So it's up to 3 cards. So yeah, I need a land or a cry. Or Wrench Bind, or Lily, or I guess just any discard spell, really. And again, it didn't stop, even though I told it to, right? I don't understand. Or did I have 6? Anyway, I'm still not dead, so I can save that for next turn, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, whatever. So that's good. Two, 4, 5. So I'm still dead next turn. Yeah, I'm just dead no matter what. Close game, but... So let's get rid of that. Guess I like Waste Not. Not great, but gotta make do. Good lord. Fortunately, we don't really mind counter magic too much. Don't want him drawing cards. So... pretty uneventful game so far. Really need Lily or... yeah, Lily is pretty much what I want the most. Although actually she's not going to do anything right now. She has so much discard, so... I guess Wrench Bind is what we want. Just want to keep cutting down their hand. Or Raven's Crime actually, because then I can cast it twice. I'm gonna not play that because I want him to not know what I'm up to. Love a Knight of Souls Betrayal, that'd be sweet. Not right now, I guess. I wanna... oh dear. Yep. And now he's gonna... protect that, of course. So, what counter spells does he have in hand? So we got rid of the Remand. He has Mana Leak and Negate. So I just feel like let's get a counter spell out of his hand. Because we would need to draw two precise discard spells just for that to work, and it's just, you know, it's not. Oh, this is nice. At least it slows his clock down a little bit. It definitely fucks over the rest of his deck. Pardon my French. So I know he has Spell Snare and Negate. Not sure what else, really. So he's doing 3, I'm doing 2, potentially. Wonder what I left that on tap for. Oh, for the ability, jeez, of course. God. I guess Thought Scour Counter Magic is actually... No, I should have given the Mana Leak, because most of my spells I can play around it at this point. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all of them actually, once I drop the thing, so should have given the Mana Leak, my bad. But Thought Scour's not amazing at this point, so... Yeah, he has me swamped here, so... No pun intended. Oh jeez, and he's on a 1 turn clock too, it hurts my Meta Vaults. Not hurt. 13 turn clock, 1 damage. Yeah. He's just got the negate, so... We'll pass, hope that he does something. Taps out. Actually, oh no. Yeah, he could have tapped out for the ability. I guess he was smart enough to know better. Oh wow, he's tapping now. Oh no. The Kratos is just game over though, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, well, I'll give up. So that was bad. Alright, back for round 4. With a decent hand. Playing against Blue Tron. Huh. Well, we don't care too much about permanents, so Rift is actually not very good, I suppose. No, permanents are very cheap, so... It's actually very tempting to, hit mine, right? Like, potentially could play an island next turn. Actually, I guess he's likely, so I kind of want to do this to keep him off. Yeah, let's do it. See, this is so awkward too. I really don't like smallpox. Just got 7, so he's not casting her anytime soon. I guess we'll get rid of the dismember. Pardon me. Now we're talking. Thirst is better for him, I think. So I gotta watch out for remand. That's a problem. Made chalice is pretty ballsy. Oh, not much going on either side right now. He's got the edge though, I think. His top decks are better. That Academy of Ruins is brutal. I'm just gonna concede to save time. It's with that chalice out and the state of the game that it's in, and his Academy Ruins, he's almost definitely got it. So let's definitely take out the wrench mines, bring in some waste knot. Bring in this. Dismember is not actually that good either. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try this out, I guess. I mean, I know that Dismember kills, like Treasure Mage and Platinum Angel, but we have Lily and Smallpox for that. Interesting. Taskar's Cruelty looking quite bad. He thought better than to counter a creature that can just come back. He doesn't have Condescend, I can tell you that. would even have played that last turn. So next turn we could cast one of these, should we so choose. They would resolve. I don't wonder. Not sure why he'd play Treasure Mage. Kinda inclined to main deck Bloodghast even. If we're gonna use Smallpox, main deck Bloodghast. Because there's not much room though. But, yeah. I tried, actually, a long time ago to make a proper Pox deck in Modern, and it did not work out. So, Wormcoil is a problem. Can't deal with that like we normally would be able to. Guess I'll play Tasker. He's representing like Mana Leak and stuff though, so. I don't know if Tasker, Tasker doesn't really do anything right now, right? So, yeah. I thought he had spell Snare. Ah, it's Pierce. Well, either way. Can't say I would have changed my plans necessarily. This does leave me with my Lily. But yeah, like, normally when I'm in a situation like this, I'm like, oh, Wormcoil. I either have a bridge out or a bridge ready to go, or I'm like, okay, well, even if he's gonna beat the crap into me with this Wormcoil, I have a chance of drawing a bridge and then, you know, achieving stability for a while. I know he has a repeal in it, or he used to have a repeal in it, but you know, you can often target that and whatever. But I just feel so hopeless here, so. The fact that Smallpox is unreliable, as you've seen, and the fact that just the way the deck operates, it works well with Bridge, I feel like it's an easy swap. So, I don't know. I Tasker just doesn't really do much here. Kind of would like to try him in a like black green version. Could be good. The like ancient stirrings. That goes on the bottom of your library, right, with ancient stirrings? Yeah. That would be even better synergy if it wasn't. But yep. Saves me a bit of life, though. Oh, he's got my turn. Yeah, and again, we'll just concede. So, that's that. So you can see, you know, the core is there. It's still decent. But smallpox was a problem. I did go into this with an open mind. I haven't played with smallpox in forever. I went into it with an open mind, hoping that, you know, this would be good. But smallpox proved to be a problem. The lack of bridge proved to be a problem. So that right there. The other big change, of course, is I think I run 23 landmine list. He runs 24 to accommodate smallpox, of course, and also the 4 drops and the potentially 6 drops in the board. I did kind of like having more land and the option to cast this, but not necessarily correct. But yeah, I could see Knight being, you know, good, potentially worth it. I don't know. Tasker didn't do me any good. He potentially could have, but I feel like if you're trying him in 8-rec, you should probably either main deck him or don't use him at all. Cruelty was unreliable a bit, so. But I like that it's good against Leyline, and you know, extra discard can sometimes be cool, so. I kind of like the idea of this on the board. Waste Not did some work, yeah. But, I mean, basically, it's, yeah, I would, if you like this list, I would just start by swapping Smallpox for Bridge and going from there. And that's fine. I think that instantly makes the deck a lot better. And then, I mean, personally, I like this version too. I like this specific configuration of mine, I mean. But there's a little room. I mean, potentially you could take out Rat, or you could just put it in the sideboard. I've got one in the board, but yeah, you could do that. Yeah. So that's that. Hope you guys liked it. Just want to see how the list was. Tried some stuff, see what I thought. If it happened to turn out really good, I would take it to a daily, but I feel pretty strongly that my list is better, although this definitely tries some interesting things, mainly with the board. Dismember, mixed feelings on. When Burn's the #1 deck, I don't think you can put 4 Dismember in your deck, so I don't know. There's a, you know, you can make an argument for it though. Definitely like the flexibility. Anyway, see you guys next time. Hope you liked it. Thanks.